Welcome to Wisdom Snippets. For this week, my name is Peter, and it is my pleasure to come your way with another edition of Wisdom Snippets. And this week, I want to talk to us about the wisdom of adversity, the advantages of adversities, or the advantages of difficult situations or challenging situations that we may find ourselves in. That challenges in life, or problems in life, or adversities in life can bring out positive changes in us. Adversity can make us better, can make us to draw inner strength, can force us to abandon negative habits, negative lifestyle, can force us to reconsider our priorities in life. So, for example, maybe somebody has or had a close shave with death, a life-threatening sickness, a long-term unemployment condition, or other forms of challenges. These situations can be turning points in for many people in many regards. So, I mean, unless some people are shaking, unless some people see certain problems, certain challenges, certain pressures, they may not really draw on their inner strength, and they may not maximize their potential. I like to say it jokingly like this, that maybe you may not know how high you can jump until you are being chased by a dog in the neighborhood. When you know that, oh, there is no way of escape down for you to run for your life and maybe jump over a high fence. You may not know where the energy will come from until you are faced with danger and you need to escape for your life. So this is why, for example, in the Bible, Psalm 119 verse 67, Psalm 119, 67 and 71, it says, before I was afflicted, I went astray. In another place, it says, it is good for me that I have been afflicted. Now I keep your word. In other words, the affliction, the problem, the difficulty was like a springboard, a catalyst for the restoration of the psalmist. The affliction forced them to return to God. In other words, we are not saying, for example, that maybe problems or difficulties always come from God. That is some kind of religious thing that people talk about, or God maybe afflict people in response to maybe their sins and sicknesses and all of that. That is not what we are saying. We are not saying like a parent is deliberately exposing the children to danger so as to teach them lesson. That's not what we are talking about. We know that God allows certain conditions to make us better, to make us to draw on our inner strength, so that his greatness can be shown through our lives, as well as the seeds of greatness inside of us can find expression. So, for example, maybe during the time of COVID, and they were talking about how COVID was affecting maybe people's lungs, and some smokers, out of panic, actually gave up quitting or started reaching out for help to be able to quit smoking, or someone that had been promiscuous, having this encounter that nearly cost them their life, or this maybe disease that could be traced to their promiscuity, and because of that they change, or as a result people faced with maybe long-term condition that forced them to actually look inward and come up with solutions that improved their lives as well as the lives of other people around them. So what I'm saying in essence is, it is not every problem that you can pray or wish away. It is not every problem that you even need to pray against, because some problems, some challenges, some difficulties, some negative situations that you may find yourself in today may actually be designed in God's sovereignty to actually force you to draw on your inner strength, to look inward, to be able to come up with something that will positively impact your world. Someone was laid off their job, and in the course of their reflection, they discovered or they realized they could do something, and they started some kind of business on their own, and that grew to become something big, something massive. Now, thinking back, do you think they will actually be praying against maybe the bosses or the restructuring that led to their sack at the time? No, they wouldn't. So that is what we are saying, that it is not every time you pray against problems, it is not every time you wish negative situations away. What you need to do is to brace up and keep looking inward, keep praying to God to help you to see what you may not be seeing in the face of these challenges. And as such, the greatness in you, the positive blessings or the advantages that are derivable from those challenges will become manifested in your life. I hope that has inspired you this new week. As you go about this new week, there are some negative situations, some challenges that God will expose you to, not because He hates you, not even because you have committed any sin, but just because they are necessary for the greatness in you to emerge. So don't shy away from them, embrace them, confront them, and in no time you will have a positive testimony, a positive story to tell. I hope that has inspired you this new week. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. And remember, your success in life is to share with God. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.